Hi, my name's Hunter Lewis, and this is my tabletop board game. I've played Dungeons & Dragons for about 7 years, and majority of the time I run the games as the Dungeon Master. One day when I was running a session for my friends, I noticed that there wasn't a whole lot to go on with scars that would happen on characters, or injuries that would happen that would kind of last throughout the rest of their life because they'd be able to use magic and it would just disappear. The idea behind making this game, besides realism, was it gives its players the opportunity to mess with time and change things to see how it might have been in an alternate universe. So currently the first version of this game takes place in World War II, and there's the plans for expansions later on afterwards would be that it goes into the next generation. So eventually it goes into Korea, it'll go into Vietnam, all the way up to the present day. So I've done some playtesting with what I have developed already, and it's gotten positive reviews back so far.
Yeah, I think it's a fun game, actually. It's not quite as simple as other tabletop games where it's just, I go here, I roll this dice, and I do things.
So the campaign was awesome.
So the World War II campaign was really well thought out, really well planned.
You actually have to think about how you get places and whatnot. It's not quite as simple. It's very, very mentally challenging. It's fun. It's very entertaining.
We went on some good missions. We found a lot of guns.
The story was good. Mechanics were good.
Also, having to take real-world applications and apply those to a game is also very fun.
Well, I thought it was pretty good overall.
Definitely looking forward to playing it again.
So the game works similar to Dungeons & Dragons, just that way it can also reach out to people who are looking for a similar experience but want to play something more modernized than what Dungeons & Dragons is. You use it's a D20 system where you use the D20 and you roll it, and whatever you get on the dice plus your stats is the outcome you get for whatever you decided to do. So the minis that we use for this are made from resin. They sit in these little bases, so that makes it easier for you to actually be able to move them around and know where they're at. Ideally, we are going to use this on either a mat that has squares that are on it and or hexes, so that way you can track your movement for it. We're hoping that in the future that we'll be able to also roll out terrain models, and additionally we're going to also roll out some campaigns that people could do as well without having to necessarily think of everything on their own or having to look up research for them. They can just open up a book and be like, this is what happened during this time period, and you can pick where you want your players to take place in and what they want them to do, or you can take it and you can change how you want things to play out. We're currently in testing stages for it. If you have questions about it, I have no problem answering for you. Thank you for your time.